Shalom, shalom. I want to give all the honors, the praises, the glory belongs to Yahweh by Sham Yahweh Shai. Honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, the very few brothers and sisters that be listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days, because you know we're living in the last days of the last days, right? And it's gonna be something different now. There's gonna be wild beasts out in the loose. Now, when you think of Britain, right? When you're thinking about wild, you're just probably thinking about foxes. You may see a few foxes, rats running about, which I can see I just see a rat right now just running about. Rat and dogs. Yeah. But there's something they don't tell you about. Actually, there is something they do tell you about. Cats. Right? Cats. And these ain't any cats. These are wild cats. Yes, there's been sightings of these things in Britain. Yes. Many a times. Right? Apparently there was about 3 or 5 sightings of jaguars. Right? Panthers. And so forth. Right? Out in the wild. Now, this is what I heard. I heard they escaped something. There was a legislation that came out. When was it? It was, 1990s? And they had to get rid of certain animals, so just release them out into the wild. That's one thing I heard. But the thing is, they're out in the wild. Eating. Alright? So we're going to flow with the spirit. Check this out. So let's go to... Where are we from? We're going to go to... Where should we go? Where should we start? Let's go to Ecclesiasticus first. Right? And jump to 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they part their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So this would be in the form of a animal, man, woman, anyone. Right? But it says in that time they appease them, him that made him. Okay? And it says, check this out. Fire, hell, famine, and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. So it says teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword. So the wild beasts, could you call a jaguar or a wild cat or wild? Yes, it is. It's a wild cat. It's a wild beast. Right? You should see how pointy them canine teeth are as well. Jaguars. They're one of my favorite. They're one of my favorite wild cats, man. Black panthers. There's been sightings of these things in the UK, and they're hiding. Right? And when Jacob's trouble breaks loose, these animals are gonna come out. Okay. So let's get something else as well. It said they were created for vengeance. Right? Punishing the wicked to destruction. So these animals are not for the righteous men. The righteous men, we're going to go into that later on. Right? Go to Jeremiah 15. Right? And 2. And it shall come to pass, if they shall say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then shall I tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as for death, right? To death, such as for the sword, to the sword, and such as for the famine, to the famine, and such as for the captivity, to the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord Yahweh, the sword to slay. Right? So key thing, first one was the sword to slay, which would be that'd be Esau with his martial law troops. Right? And what's the next one? Right? And dogs to tear. So there's also dogs to tear. Yeah, there's dogs out here when they get hungry. Them dogs are going to get very ignorant. You've seen it when these dogs get hungry, right? In time of Jacob's trouble, no one's going to be feeding them. They're going to want a meal. So these dogs are going to get very, very, very ignorant in that time of Jacob's trouble. Very ignorant, right? And they're going to take no for an answer. And it says, check this out. And the fowls of heaven and the beasts of the earth, including cats, wild cats, and the beasts of the earth, right? to devour and to destroy. People, you ain't really seen anything yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Right? It will, these things will happen. Why? Because it's prophecy. It hasn't happened yet. That means it will happen. Gonna see wildcats running out of the, chewing people up, chasing people, and yes, they can run fast. Really fast. And you should see the size of their paws. Massive. Right? And it says, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy. So we went to that. So now let's go to Job. Now, in terms of the elect, we're not going to need to worry about these type of things. Why? Go to Job. This is Job 5. And jump straight to verse 20. Go to verse 19. He shall deliver thee in six troubles. Yet in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. Remember this 7 vows, 7 troubles, 7 plagues. Okay. 7 angels. Excuse me. In famine he shall redeem thee from death. And in war from the power of the sword. Bro, you're going to start seeing that spiritual power getting place over a lot of men. Okay. Neither shall they be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Right? Gonna be firm. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Now, if you do that today, if you were to laugh, listen, if you were to openly laugh at some type of famine or destruction, in today's terms, they'll lock you up. They'll lock you up. Right? And it says, neither should I be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine I shall laugh. Neither should I be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Right? For thou shalt be in league. Let's slow down. Slow down. Check this out. At destruction and famine I shall laugh. Neither should I be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Right? For thou shalt be in league. So you're not going to be afraid of the beast. So you're going to see beasts. You're going to see all types of things come out of the zoos. Right? What happens when all hell breaks loose? Them zoo owners, that's going to be shut down. And if you do lock the animals in the zoo, they'll find out, listen, it's going to get bad out here. It really is. Okay? And it says, check this out. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Keep it, shall be at peace. Shall be at peace. Right? So, I know some of you brothers have taught, and you get the animals, they come around you. Right? Okay? And they kind of fill your aura. Whether it's a bird, whether it's a squirrel, whether it's a dog. Right? And so forth, kind of, you know, they like your aura. Well, it's going to be the same thing when all hell breaks loose, when Jacob's trouble breaks. Same thing. Right? Exactly the same. They're going to be at peace with thee. So, a lion or whatever, a dog might run past you, eat someone, tear someone up. Then when you're by that dog, it's fine with you. Right? You're stroking it on his back. Good doggy. Or panther. Bro, the beasts are going to be at peace with thee, bro. And that's so spiritual, because what happened to Daniel? So spiritual. Hold on just a minute. Example. When you go to Daniel's, right? See if we can find it. Babakasha. It's Daniel's. And I want to look when he was chucked into the lion's den. Right. So where was it? Hold on just a minute. Check this out. So this is Daniel 6. And go straight to the point. And 16, then the king commanded and brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy God, whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. Right? He will deliver thee. Right? And the stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den. Right? Key thing. And the king sealed it with his own signet, and with the signet of the Lord's, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. When the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting, neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. The king arose very early in the morning and went into haste unto the den of lions, and when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. Right? And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living power, is thy power, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions? Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My power hath sent his angel, right, and have shut the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me, for as much as before his innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no matter of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his power. And the king commanded, and they brought those men which he had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, their wives, and the lions had the mastery of them, and brake their bones in pieces, or ever came at the bottom of a den. So Daniel, there was a protection. Why? But key thing, I should have mentioned that it was through belief. It was through belief. Right? So then beasts will not touch you, not harm you, through that belief that you have in Yahweh Shai. Okay? So I'm going to shut off here. Lord willing, this was edifying, because I like, you know what, sometimes I just like to switch up the lessons and do something different. Okay? Until the next time, Shalom. Shalom.